I like the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. I like them as a faction, but the problem that I've noticed is that it seems to be too much of them going on. They booked, if you look at the past probably 2 or 3 years, most of the main event in the pay-per-views in terms of like the big marquee matches have involved one of those three, and when it comes to a heavyweight championship. And I kind of think that that's not right for other guys. Now, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but I just feel like there's other guys that could have had a title shot. Bray Wyatt's never even had a title shot, period, in the WWE. And that's a travesty onto itself. I can go on a whole rant about that, but we're going to leave that alone. But that's just some of my points and things that I want to say. I appreciate it again. Sorry if I went over a little too long.
Damn, Daniel. You went over 10 minutes.
It's okay.
Nah, that was cool. Right. I appreciate it, Daniel. That was one of our listeners, my homeboy Daniel Vance. Thank you so very much for chiming in. We appreciate the passion. You went 10 minutes. Don't even worry about it, because this show probably going to go 2 hours and 10. When you talk wrestling, it's so much passion.
Yeah, it's so much.
And it's like you just can't get everything.
Nah.
You can't talk about wrestling for 30 minutes.
No.
It's almost impossible. But to segue into the next segment, this segment is going to be mostly about the comparison between the old school and the new school, the Attitude Era, the Attitude Era, and the, what do they call it, the PG era?
Yeah.
Is that what it is now? Is it better today? Was it better back then? What's the comparison? So we're definitely going to dive right into it. Now, the first comparison I want to make is pretty much the, I don't know if I want to say the championships per se, but more the opportunity to become a champion, to be a headliner.
Yeah.
There's definitely more of an opportunity to be a headliner.
Of course.
Just a quick statistic. From 1999 to 2000, there was no type of diversity whatsoever. You had The Rock, who headlined 17 times, Triple H 16, Stone Cold 13, Undertaker 6, Mick Foley 6, and Vince McMahon himself with 5. From 2014 to 2016, which will be today's, you have Seth Rollins with 11, Roman with 11, Ambrose with 9. That's the Shield. That's what Daniel was talking about. Brock Lesnar with 7, AJ Styles with 3, and Randy Orton with 3. I don't know why Cena is not listed. I'm sure he's up there, but Cena's been kind of in and out within that 2-year period, so that could have been a situation there. With the Attitude Era, and I think another major difference between the two is what they could get away with then. There's no way in hell you're getting away with it now.
Yeah.
It really, actually, before we even dive into that, say you're taking notes about Daniel's soundbite. What's your rebuttal to that?
It's just like you said, it was a lot, but like I remember Triple H said something. He's like, the WWE is like, it's a book. It's a never-ending book. And you may not like something now, and it's gonna change. Like, they gotta keep changing, and they gotta keep, evolving.
Right.
And like you said, the Attitude Era, it can't go on forever. It couldn't. Like, when Brian Pillman, when Stone Cold broke into Brian Pillman's house and he pointed a 9mm at him, it's not going to fly on TV in 2016.
That was so awesome, by the way.
Yeah, when The Undertaker hangs the Big Boss Man from the Hell in a Cell, and he acts like he's dying, that's not going to fly on the WWE Network. But it's not going to fly.
Now let's go ahead and, while we're there, let's discuss some of the things that they did used to get away with during the Attitude Era. You got the... Like my man said earlier, the Stone Cold Booker T grocery store.
Yeah. They could probably do that
classic.
Today.
Stone Cold and all his beer ads. Like, it was just beer everywhere. When he rolled out there with the beer truck.
Yeah.
And sprayed The Rock and Vince McMahon. But there was other stuff to the extreme.
Yeah.
Mostly like the divas.
Yeah.
The
They was
divas
just a
really
sex
wasn't-
show.
Yeah,
It was
they
just a
weren't
sex show.
expected. It was nothing but
Bra and
bikini
panties
matches.
match.
Bra and panties match.
Oh, puppies! The king talking about puppies and titties everywhere. Like, come on, king. You're just degrading these women. Like,
Yeah, the king was a bona fide perv.
exactly.
And it pretty much was on stage. Like
Yeah.
what Donald Trump is getting away with now, that was
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw.
Yep. And you can't do that nowadays. Like, it's just not going to happen. For me, I care more about now the wrestling. Like, back in the day, like you said, I think we talked about this yesterday. Like, my favorite wrestlers coming up, it wasn't Hulk Hogan, wasn't the ones with the biggest muscles. I loved Bret Hart. I loved Ric Flair. Like, those were the guys that made me, like wrestling because they could actually wrestle. They wasn't kicking and punching
Right.
and leg drop, power slam.
And
shake
it's
the
funny you
ropes.
said that. Like
Yeah.
my favorite wrestlers growing up were Sting,
Yeah, he wasn't overly much. He wasn't like Hulk Hogan huge.
Ricky the Dragon
I
Steamboat,
love the Dragon.
and I love Lex Luger. I also was a big Steiner Brothers fan.
I hated Lex Luger, man.
I
Like,
don't know what it was.
he
man.
was-
I love Lex, man.
I hated
I think
that guy.
because when I was little, they
Yeah.
came to Greenville,
Okay.
and the main
Greenville
event.
Municipal Stadium.
What was it? What
That was
where the
before the
Braves
Bilo
used to-
Center. Oh, the Braves. Okay,
yeah, it was
okay.
where the Braves used to
Okay,
play.
that's
the
okay.
Greenville Braves,
Okay.
and it was an outdoor match.
Yeah.
And it was Ric Flair versus Lex Luger. That was
Okay.
the main event. And I was just like, wow. Like, this is amazing. Ever since then, I was just hooked on Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Sting, Ricky the Dragon.
And I was more of a, because WCW used to come on like TV. Like, I could find
All the
that
time.
easily. Yeah. WWE wasn't so easy to find, for me at least, until a little later.
I didn't
but
have cable.
yeah, like, I had TBS, and they'd have a show on Ron Simmons versus Big Van Vader. I used to love watching that.
Now, another thing that separates yesterday from today was, do you remember the hardcore division?
Yeah.
That's not coming back.
And exactly, like, look at Mick Foley. I mean, he's
done.
yeah. I mean, he's
You know what?
okay, and he's
You
one
want
of
to
the
know what
lucky
happened
ones.
to Mick Foley?
What?
1 second.
There's 200-300 pounders up there. They're destroying the Hell in the Cell. And my God, don't get them over here where we are. What's going to happen here? Undertaker fighting back. He's fighting back. They're right above us, folks. And I don't like it a damn bit. Oh, my God. Look out. They killed him. Oh, my God. God is bear witness. He is broken in half.
Yeah, he's never been the same since.
It sounds like a car crash.
Never been the same since.
But
When
like-
he threw Mick Foley off the top of that cage
Yeah.
onto those tables, and then he came back
Yeah, he
to the
came-
match,
So, but it cut his career.
and he threw him
Short.
through the freaking cage.
Yeah. Cut his career short. Had to.
Never been the same since.
Like Edge, him in them ladder matches with Christian. Look, Edge can't wrestle no more. He barely walk. He's lucky he can walk. Christian with the concussions and the Hardys, they still, I don't know how they still running around in TNA right now, but some of that stuff those guys did during those eras it wasn't very smart.
And I mean, and you have people like me that, even though it was highly dangerous,
Yeah.
a lot of people felt like it just that era would never be replaced
No.
because of the memories. Like The Rock, everything he touched was dynamic. Whether it was the Nation of Domination, the Rock and Sock Connection, then you have DX, NWO, the Wolfpack, the Undertaker almost killing Mick Foley. Then the Hardcore Division, the amount of blood there used to be back then, plus steroids.
Yeah.
But there's certain things that it's just you can never touch. All of the bikini matches. Val Venus. Do you remember him, the porn star?
Yeah. Val, you can't do that
The
nowadays.
big Val Boski.
No.
The whole train.
Yeah, you can't have the Godfather there no more.
I mean, Rikishi smashing people face into his ass all the
Can't
time.
do that. This is not acceptable
They used
nowadays.
to beat the brakes off of females. Like,
Oh yeah, like the Undertaker tombstone a chick in the heartbeat. Kane will choke slam China.
what's the name? They used to be with the Hardy Boys.
Lita? Was it
Lita.
Was it Lita? No, that was Edge, wasn't it? Lita was with Edge. I don't know a girl with
I think she was with it. She was with the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
She went. I think she went over. What is that?
Wow. That's like Mickey James or somebody. Who's that?
Caitlyn.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, fast forward through Caitlyn there.
Yeah, sorry, Caitlyn.
I remember her, but yeah, no thanks. Who was that? Melina?
Maxine.
Never heard of him. Who is that?
I don't know. Off to the next.
Oh, it's that old school John Cena right there.
The
That
OG.
Thugonomics.
But yeah.
Thugonomics Cena.
So they used to like destroy poor Lita.
Yeah, China was the Intercontinental Champion and going against men.
Exactly. It's never ever gonna get.
Yeah,
back
you
to
can't
that.
have that.
But I think today there's a lot more emphasis on safety.
Yes,
with the wrestling.
it should be.
If you suffer a concussion,
Yeah, you're out.
you're pretty much out. There's a lot less blood.
Yeah.
If there are blood, the referee literally stops the match.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have saw none of that back
No,
then.
no.
They're a lot more cognizant to injuries. Daniel Bryan.
And that makes it
Edge,
feel more real.
Sting.
Like,
Exactly.
Gets more realism in. Like, and like back in the day, it was blood, but was it real? I know Ric Flair, they used to shave or, bald their heads open and stuff. But a lot of that, sometimes it wasn't real blood. Like, So, like, nowadays, when it does happen, it makes it feel more real. That's why they're on ESPN actually talks about wrestling,
Right.
like, nowadays. Like, it's a real sport.
I know another good feel-good story is Corey Graves, one of the commentators for the WWE.
He was in NXT.
His career was cut short because of concussion. And now he's one of the best up-and-coming announcers there is. He's an
They
amazing.
gave him a job. Like you said, they really didn't have to keep the man after that. But he was good at what he did, so they gave him a second chance for it. I'm glad for Corey Graves.
Now, another thing about the Attitude Era that I feels like pretty much sums it up is this.
All right, cut the music. Cut it! I'm sure Shawn Michaels is having his little fun in San Antonio, Texas, the commissioner. That's all right. Rock, you won't mind one more time taking mankind apart, will you?
Matter of fact, The Rock will lay the smackdown on his candy ass.
Yes! Much similar to the Greenwich street fight that we're going to see in Albany, New York. Check it out.
If you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah. You damn right, because Stone Cold Steve Austin has been jerked around long enough. I will say this, with Paul White as a special referee, or without him, it really don't make a damn, because that belt is coming with me, and that's all I got to say about that. For the last few weeks, shut your little lips. If I come there and punch your little glasses off right now. for the last few weeks, I come out here and I sit here and listen to you spend your little